I'm living in a society that judge supposedly accordingly. But am I free? Because people perception of me not might be truly me. You feel me?
I feel you.
Check this out. Free me. Hey, what's up, fam? This JD with Redemption King. Man, listen, man. A dude out here just vibing, y'all. I'm living my life. I'm doing good. I just want all my followers to know that. But I got a show enough story for y'all, man. I'm pretty sure that the majority of y'all out there can relate to what I'm about to tell y'all. You know, who out there can remember their first hater? Yeah, I'm serious. Your first hater, dude or woman that you ain't think at first was trying to bring you down, but in the long run, they were trying to trip you up on every corner. Now check this out, man. My first hater, you all know, I've been in the chain gang since I was 16 years old. I had two natural life sentences without the possibility of parole, and I thank God that I'm on the other side now to be able to just express to y'all how I overcame, man. And that, even though you in the chain gang, it still don't mean that, you know, you are exempt from haters. This was my first hater, y'all. Now, when I was in the prison system, I ain't act like I was in the prison system. I had, fresh blues that everybody else wear, but my junk was creased. I used to put cornstarch on my clothes, iron it, not with a real iron. I go into the shower and wet my clothes, and then I put starch on it, let it dry semi. And guess what I used to do, y'all? Put it in plastic and put it under my mattress, and I sleep on it for about 2 weeks. And when I bring that thing up out of there and it be dry, listen, you can cut your hand on the creases. You feel me? You can cut your hand on the creases. So, I thought that, just because I was in prison, I wasn't gonna be no bum. I wasn't gonna be no dude out there just, you know, living not up to my potential. So man, when I used to get up in the morning and I put on my clothes be creased, crispy white, bleached t-shirt. I used to put on a little jewelry that I had that I brought with me from the street. Had my little microphone and headphone, my headphones on with my tablet. And dudes used to be like, man, David, hey, you look sharp today, man. You got your fresh Nikes on. And I used to hear that a lot. I used to be like, man, you know what? Just because I'm in prison don't mean that I'm gonna walk around here like a bum, like I ain't got no hope. But man, everybody didn't think like that. Everybody didn't feel that way. Some dudes used to come up to me and be like, man, Jay, if I had your hands, I'd cut mine off. Now listen, when I first heard that, I used to be like, boy, you off the chain. But an old school stepped to me one day and be like, man, if a dude ever tell you that, they straight up hating on you. Listen, duck and dodge them, run from them. I'm like, man, what you mean? I done heard that a lot of times. He was like, well, man, listen, I'm surprised you ain't got rid of, ain't nobody putting no kites on you. And if anybody out there don't know what a kite is, it's when an inmate just watch you all day and they got request forms in there and they got things like, how y'all got crime watch out here or the crime line? A request form is similar to crime line. So what they'll do is get a request form, don't put their name on it, but they'll put your name, your blunt number on it, and everything that you got going on. And they'll send it to the classification office. The classification office will send it to the captain office, and next thing you know, you get shook down. They tear your whole house up. Some people even go to jail. But I didn't see that. I didn't understand, the possibility of a dude hating on me when we was all in the same position to begin with. Hence the story I'm about to tell y'all. Okay, it was a female that was in my dorm, y'all. I was in something. And this female that was in the dorm, she took notice of me. Now listen, the girl wasn't giving me no coochie or nothing like that. You feel me? But every now and then she'll look up, like, hey Dig, what you doing, man? I got, I got a meal. You want to finish the rest of this? Heck yeah, I want to finish the rest of that meal. She might have an Italian sub Subway, Pizza Hut. You don't think I'm gonna finish that? You know what I'm saying? When I'm gonna ever get Pizza Hut and I got a life sentence? You feel me? So man, I used to be like, heck yeah, let me get that Pizza Hut. You know what I'm saying? I used to get that. She used to warm it up. I used to go in the bathroom, put up my little tent in the bathroom where nobody want to see me eating. And listen, I used to be on the toilet, but I eat me pizza. I wasn't ashamed or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something, man. People used to see her call me to the office station. And when I used to get to the office station, I talk, she'd be like, Devin, what's up going on? What's up in your life, man? Yeah, you got your case going on. Blah, blah, blah. Now, listen, this was an old lady. This lady didn't like me, but she took a liking to the fact that I carried myself a certain type of way. You know, and dudes didn't like that. Because you know what? They wanted the attention that she was gonna bring to them. They ain't want her. They want listen. They wanted the Pizza Hut pizza. They wanted the chicken nuggets. They wanted the Walmart or Winn Dixie hot pocket for $5.99 that I got. They was willing to send me all the way and basically stab me for a hot pocket. You feel me? So I didn't know this all at the time. So check this out. When she used to come in from 6 to 12. That's was her shift. So when she come in, I ain't just run up to the office station or nothing like that. She'll call me up there and she'll be like, hey, you don't need no medications or nothing. When I get up there, I know that's the token to talk. So I be like, man, no, I don't need no medication. What's up with you? How your day been? You feel me? And we just vibe. We just vibe. People is just human. I know I'm an inmate, but you got people out there that just human. They want to vibe. They want to, tell you about their day because, I hear in society it's all about social media and people see your day and what you got going on. But some people from the past like to just communicate. And this lady used to communicate with me. So I used to stand at the offices though, and I used to talk to her, man, what's up? Blah 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 blah. And she'd be like, man, you hungry? I got some apples, I got some hot pockets. I'm like, man, listen, just put all that junk together, package it up together. Yeah. And later on tonight, when all these dudes have to sleep, I come get that because I know these dudes gonna hate on me. You feel me? Now, I was kind of popular in the dorm because I was breaking tablets. I was letting people see what I had going on, the movies, the girls. I let some dudes play my games, and people didn't want me to get out the dorm because I was showing love. You feel me? But listen, when you got an officer that's showing you a little favor, that's different than you letting these dudes see your tablet and watch a couple movies. You feel me? Listen, they can understand that, but this here is on a whole nother level. And they used to look at me like, man, listen, Jay boy, if I have your hand, man, I cut my ass off. Miss such and such, man, she be calling you to the office station all the time. Now after Pops put me up on myself, I used to be like, man, listen, me and such and such, we ain't got nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? She just called me to the office station because I take a certain type of medication every night. Man, them dudes weren't trying to hear that lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, they weren't trying to hear that lie. Now some dudes, they respected it. They'll see me, and I look at them, they look me in my eyes, and they just smile like, boy, do your thing. You feel me? Sometimes I go to the office station, we'll talk, and then she probably ate half a Subway, and she'll slide it and give it to me. I go to the bathroom, I do my thing, I chop that boy down. You feel me? But listen, check this out. It was a dude in the dorm, black dude, brother. You feel me? And he used to always be like, "Hey, boy, hey, how you doing, Dad? Jay, man, boy, look here, boy, you doing that spoken word, man? You talking to the youth in here, man. You doing a good deed, man. God gonna bless you." This is what he used to tell me. I was like, "Man, thank you, brother. I appreciate all of that." But little did I know when this lady came in at 6 o'clock and she called me to the office station about 10 o'clock. This dude is up. He watched now. He ain't got no camera phone. He ain't got no iPhone 17. But guess what he got? He got chomo glasses on. You know what I'm saying? He got 4 eyes. And listen, he looking and he recording. And I ain't talking about with a phone or a device. He got a pen and a piece of paper. And he putting down the time I went to the office station. and the time I left, the time it looked like I cuffed something, and the time I went into the bathroom. Now listen, I didn't know that this dude was doing all this stuff. This dude would speak to me every day. You know what I'm saying? When I come home from the kitchen, because I was a cook in the kitchen. That's something, y'all. When I come home from the kitchen, I might be like, hey man, listen, man, I got a couple of sandwiches for sale. When a dude come up, just because he always encouraged me, guess what I used to do? I used to give him a couple of free sandwiches. And I used to sell them sandwiches for $2. I gave this dude a couple of sandwiches. And this dude on the back end, y'all, was writing down everything that I did. And I didn't even know it. So one day, the lady came in the office, and you know what she did? She gave the whole dorm a call out. She said, man, whoever in here write me up for such and such and such, y'all wrong because I look out for everybody in here. I try to let y'all know when these people coming in to shake down. If y'all hungry, I look out. If I got something in my bag, why y'all write me up? So I was like, dang. So this is something that I want to talk to the lady about, right? So, after she did the call out to the dorm, I came up to the office. I was like, man, what's up, man? Write you up like that. You good people. You listen, she wasn't just looking out for me, y'all. She was looking out for everybody. Anybody that came up there, now she had a special love for me because she was kind of Spanish and I was dark skinned black. You feel me? She's like, man, I like black, black, black. And I was like, okay, then, well, I'm black, black, black. You feel me? And but you had dudes in there that didn't vibe with that. Now you couldn't have told me in a million years that the dude that's always compliment me, telling me how God gonna bless me, was sitting back there recording everything that I did. Now after she did her proclamation, she told me, she said, Devin, I ain't gonna tell you who it is because I don't want you to get in no trouble. You might confront the dude. But she said, be careful. And you know what? You know, from now on, we gonna chill from you coming up to the office station so much. I was like, yeah, man, I don't want you to lose your job. You know what I'm saying? We good people. You know what I'm saying? I know you looking at, I ain't trying to get in your drawers or nothing like that. We just straight. You know what I'm saying? You see me more than the inmate, as more than the inmate. And I respect that. I feel that. So I backed up from him. So dude seen me back up. And so when I backed up, guess what? This girl was Spanish. A couple of other Spanish dudes said, okay, Devin ain't going to the office station like he was. We gonna go to the office station. But this lady here straight. So they started going to the office station. She started looking out for them. And on the slide, she'd be like, come here. And she'd throw me a little something. But I'm trying to get out the line. I'm trying to go to the aisle. Now these dudes, these Spanish dudes that's coming up to the office station talking to this lady, guess what? They gang related. You feel me? They affiliated. They stabbing people. Now guess what the dude do? He started recording them too. And I ain't talking about no recorded device. He writing on a piece of paper at 6:18, such and such, such and such, went to the office station, talked to Miss. She looked like she gave him something out the microwave. You know what I'm saying? This dude doing play by play. You know what I'm saying? Better than the NFL sportcaster. You feel me? So he went to talking about them then. And how they going to the office station. So guess what? When they have their sergeant meeting and all the officers, they go out there and they talk about what's going on in the compound, but the sergeant put them out on blast. Miss such and such. They talking about you in the dorm that you giving dudes subways, such and such. You letting these dudes do what they want. What you got to say about that? You feel me? It's inmate such and such saying that. They put the inmate out there and everything. You feel what I'm saying? Because these people don't want their staff to be recognized or put out there like that. Really, they giving her a chance to go lock you up. That's what they telling her. We gonna put you up on yourself because this dude writing us letter. He writing you up so you can go handle him. But she was so straight that she ain't even went through with it. You feel me? This dude steady writing up. So guess what she do? He said, you know what? I'm fed up. I'm tired. Now that JD, Redemption King himself, backed up all the way out the picture. Cause I already know what's about to go down. You feel what I'm saying? So she tell the Chico that was vibing with her, hey man, this dude back there, such and such, this black dude, he an older cat. He the one write me up, man. They finna take me out the dorm. I try to let y'all, know when people finna come check y'all down. Or, I try to look out for y'all if y'all need something. You need extra toilet paper, extra toothpaste. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it to y'all. So the dude was like, man, did he put me out there? So check this out. Dude, dude steady writing. Dudes know, and everybody in the dorm know who this dude is. You feel me? But he don't know that. Everybody in the dorm know that this dude is snitch. So check this out. This is what I do one day. Cause I done hooked up with the Chicos, cause the Chicos that came and told me what she told them. You feel me? And I'm like, yeah, man, that's why I backed up from her. Cause they were trying to put the paper on me. Yes. I got shook down one day. Absolutely. They said, Devin, man, your name ringing bells, man. You need to slow down. And I knew it was connected to this lady. So I was like, you know what? I'm trying to get to the house, man. I ain't finna let this old lady get me locked up and get me discombobulated while I ain't going home no more. So I backed all the way out. The Chicos, y'all can have it. You feel me? But these Chicos was straight gangster. Thugged out. They weren't playing. So what they did is they sent the call out to the door. Hey man, whoever in here snitching, man, we giving y'all a shot right now to stop snitching on us. Dude was steady kept writing them up. Steady kept writing them because he didn't think it was them. So this what I do, y'all. I get slick. And I know y'all probably ain't gonna appreciate what I did. But dude went to the child hall. I went right to his house. As soon as I went to his bunk, I opened up his locker. His locker was open. And I went to getting his notebooks, and I went to flipping the pages. And guess what? He got play by play on every page on what everybody's doing in the dorm. This good dude, man. Good. Oh man, hey, how y'all doing, man? God bless you. This dude's telling on everybody. So I tell the Chico, I'm like, man, this dude here, man, he trying to set us up the road. So guess what the Chicos do the next day? Oh man, we know who fight. We know who's snitching in here. Da 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 da. We gonna make you get out the dorm and blah 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 blah. So guess what? The next day they come in there. They went right to his bunk. One of the Chicos, he straight up shot out. He slapped him. Whole handprint on his face. But I'm gonna tell you one time, keep my name out. And I ain't been telling on y'all, but I love this dorm. I'm trying to keep y'all out of trouble. Dude slapped him again. Wow. I said, well, now listen, let me tell you something. I'm a Christian, y'all. I ain't want this to happen to this old dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but I ain't get mad about it. You feel me? I just had to look. I had to suck it up. I ain't tell the Chicos, man, don't slap this dude no more. They slapped the dude. So guess what the dude do? He check in. He check in off the rip. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something about these camps. These camps don't like people that check in. When you check in, they know you. They know that even if they nasty, the officers I'm talking about, you gonna tell on them too. You ain't gonna just tell on the inmates. If you gonna snitch, you gonna write them up too. So guess what? The officers looked over. The dude tried to check in. They sent him to another dorm. And guess what? No, they locked him up for about 2 weeks. And after the 2 weeks, guess what they did, y'all? They sent him back to the same dorm and put him in the same bunk. And the same big bald headed Chico walked up to him and said, hey man, you back again? And he slapped him again. I'm talking about slapped the taste out. I'm talking about blood everywhere. I said, God dang, man, he an old man. He said, man, I don't care, man. He don't care. So dude, man, listen, he tracked this junk up. He went to the front desk and like, man, y'all ain't I ain't staying here, man. These dudes ain't kill me. I'm suing y'all. So guess what they do? They sent the dude to another dorm. So guess what we do? We spray him to the other door. Hey man, y'all got one live one in there. This dude here, he a straight otter. He eating all the wood up. You feel what I'm saying? So guess what? When he went to that other dorm, soon as he got in there, cause them dudes at this other dorm, they sent them to this, they smoke Molly all day. Everybody be like zombies walking around. So soon as he came in there and they knew he was gonna be telling on them and stopping their progression, cause he pulled out his notebook on them too. Man, listen, they beat the brakes off this dude, man. I was so listen. When I heard about it, I was so ashamed because I felt like I was part of the mix. You know what I'm saying? This dude, man, they had him look like State Puff Marshmallow Man. And if nobody know what the State Puff Marshmallow Man look like, man, y'all need to watch the Ghostbusters. Y'all understand what the State Puff Marshmallow Man look like. So they beat him up till he swole up everywhere. They had to eventually transfer the dude. Now, this is for a dude that's camouflaging as he's straight, but he's a straight hater. Now, let me tell you something, man. Because y'all know I got to put this redemption thing to this. and I'm not gonna be long because I don't want this video to stretch out. But check this out, man. You know, when you come to prison, it's about you getting yourself together. You feel me? Now you did a crime to get where you was at. Now you want to tell on everybody else that got whatever they got going on. I mean, more power to you if you do it, but it's consequences and it's repercussions for your actions. Any action that you do, it's gonna ripple out and it's gonna bring it back to you. I learned that the hard way, and I've seen it play out so much in other people's lives. People they think they going good, they think they want to keep the dorm clean, and they want to keep all the drug dollars out of. Next thing you know, they stab 7 and 8 times. You feel what I'm saying? And they on this stretcher get air flight to Shands Hospital, in Gainesville. They try to get him there to save his life because you want to do the right thing. Now in prison, you know, you should do the right thing for yourself because everybody ain't gonna want the straightening that you give them. Now people gave this dude warning. He ain't accepted. You know what he did? He kept pulling out his notebook and he kept writing passages and he transferred his passages to request forms, send it to the brass, and they come down there and shake people up, transfer people that's looking out for people and all that other stuff. And next thing you know, you get mad and you screaming out when these dudes go and stab you and beat you the brakes off of you. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all know I'm saved. I love God. You feel me? But the more of this story, y'all, is that everything that you do, say, have consequences, whether they're good or bad. Now you can take that how you want it. But if you want to be redeemed and you want to be a king about yourself, pay attention to the details. JD out, baby.